This is The Download from Sounds Profitable, your daily source for the essential news in the business of podcasting. I'm Gavin Gaddis. Here's what you need to know for today, Tuesday, January 3rd. Besides the fact, soundsprofitable.com's back, so we have a website again, don't worry. First up, IAB releases draft legislation addressing AI scraping. The new proposed draft titled AI Accountability for Publishers Act aims to address the large-scale scraping of publisher content for training data. IAB President David Cohen's official statement explains the proposed language will protect publishers from AI companies becoming unjustly enriched, benefiting at the expense of publishers scraping their data with nothing in return. Quote, "It's basic fairness. You take my content, you pay for it." End quote. Next up, also IAB, State of Data 2026, the AI-powered measurement transformation. The new State of Data report finds audio is still struggling to find credit in marketing mix models. As Inside Audio marketing coverage highlights, 39% of MMM users in line of sight to each channel say podcasting is underrepresented in M currently. Streaming audio is in general scored 36%. Some hope is placed in the IAB's estimate that AI-powered measurement tools could help unlock $32 billion in value over the next 2 years, efficiencies that would flow downstream to audio. Next up, January 2026 podcast industry rankings, New Year shifts in top shows, publisher performance, and audio ad spend. Podscribe is back with another monthly industry ranker, this one tracking January. Those who have been in podcasting for a minute will tell you that January is historically kind of a blah month for downloads and plays in the grand scheme of the year. To that note, quite a few top podcasts and publishers are holding place from December, but a few are showing growth even in the New Year's doldrums. Crime Junkies takes number 1 in audio reach, 45% up month over month. Libsyn Ads moved up 3 spots to number 5 in monthly downloads and views, and BetterHelp is back at the number 1 spot for spend with an estimated $6.8 million USD. Next up, indie podcasters get onto the Radio France platform. The Syndicate of Independent Audio Producers, or PIA, has signed a distribution agreement with Radio France, opening the door to editorial French podcasts produced by independent professional publishers being published on both the Radio France app and website. As part of the deal, the PIA is positioned to be the organization that will propose a selection of indie French podcasts that meet production and editorial standards for Radio France. The arrangement is built around dual consent, with the podcasts submitting themselves for inclusion while Radio France retains final editorial control over what appears in the app. And for our final top story, listen up, Canadians out there. I touched on this a couple weeks back, but now the page for submitting is actually live, so it bears repeating. The CBC is currently accepting pitches for 4 different CBC umbrella feeds. Submissions are open through April 1st. The CBC is looking for ambitious and exciting new series pitches that can sustain multiple episodes of investigative and documentary-style podcasting. As for the rest of the news, Podcast Nation has further cemented their relationship with UTA, adding 3 new podcasts to their roster: Outlaw with Eleanor Neal, The Florence Given Show, and Petty Crimes. Audio Boom and Crooked Media have entered into a commercial and hosting partnership in which Audio Boom will provide hosting, global distribution, and network advertising sales for Crooked's entire podcast portfolio. Daylight and Nick Vanderklick have kicked off a new season of Love and Radio with a 10-part series titled Blood Money, which is positioned as Sons of Anarchy meets S-Town. Gamut Podcast Network kicks off a new season of their true crime series American Nightmares starting today, and eMarketer has a new bite-sized report built with Amazon Ads research and a survey of 100 U.S. marketers' thoughts about digital audio. And breaking news, apparently my phone is ignoring my Do Not Disturb, so clearly I have a text from my partner. Be sure to check out the links to every article mentioned right in your podcast app with the one link in your show notes which takes you to today's episode post on soundsprofitable.com with all the links you could possibly click. You can also subscribe to get the newsletter version of the download, and we'll email the entire thing directly to your inbox right when this episode goes live. The download is produced by myself, Tom Webster, and Brian Barletta. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis, and I'll see you tomorrow.